What is really happening in Burkina Faso is a revolution that I believe that the entire continent of Africa can emulate.
Now, in this video, I want to tell you the reason why the West want to eliminate Ibrahim Traoré. Did I just say elimination? Of course, yes. These people want Ibrahim Traoré out by all means. They put billions of dollars in insecurity to make sure they destabilize Traoré's regime because series of coup they plotted against Ibrahim Traoré through his fellow military men did not work. So they are using insecurity to make sure they fortify terrorists, to make sure they destabilize the country. But the Burkinabe army, they are fighting back as usual. Now, I want to make this thing clear to people because the West are interfering in Burkina Faso because of one thing. It's not because of the natural resources. It's not because Ibrahim Traoré is not a democratic leader. No, it's not that. But they are doing that because Ibrahim Traoré is distorting history. Yes, I want to let you know that Ibrahim Traoré is distorting history. Ibrahim Traoré is performing more than every other person in the world. People are saying, why is it too much noise about Traoré? Why are people talking about this man when he's not doing something that is different from his people? If he's tying road, is he the first government to tie road? Are they not tying roads in Nigeria? I said, calm down. It's totally different. Now, let me give you an example. In Nigeria, they use high-tech, they use Julius Berger, foreign countries to tie road. But Ibrahim Traoré is proving them wrong. He said, there is no need to use foreign companies. Why can't us train our citizens, buy equipment for them, and let them tie the whole road in Burkina Faso? And that is a revolution that have started, and people are angry. A serious revolution of construction have started. Everybody go and learn how to tie your roads. I will buy equipment for you. We have what it takes. We have the resources. Let us do it by ourselves. That is the true meaning of democracy. So the West saw that, come on, this man is succeeding. This man have an idea that is going to destroy what we are imposing on people, telling that the democracy is the best form of government. I want to state emphatically that for the developed countries, democracy is good. But for any country that is developing or underdeveloped, democracy is dangerous. Democracy is a trap. Democracy is like an evil fashioning against these countries. Let me tell you, democracy can never make any African countries to be great if they are not a developed nation. Where is democracy working well in Africa? Tell me, because in Nigeria, for example, during the military regime, that is when we have everything we have in Nigeria. Talk about First Mainland Bridge, the whole refineries we have in Nigeria was under military regime. Everything you can mention, we had them under military regime. So democracy can never work for Africans. It can never. We must switch to Afro-democracy, the new African order. Ibrahim Traoré is doing something that is making his people to love him. Let me tell you, the West cannot incite any Burkinabe against Ibrahim Traoré. They cannot incite any Burkina Faso citizens against Ibrahim Traoré because the man is leading them in a very simple way. You have access to president. You can be on the field. Your president will be there playing ball with you. You can be in the church. You can be in the mosque. You can be in your school. You will just see your president. Come on, who does that? These people are jealous. These people are afraid. Ibrahim Traoré is now like a very dangerous person to them because Ibrahim Traoré is rewriting a history that democracy is not the best form of government. And I can put it to you that the model Ibrahim Traoré is taking is using to lead Burkina Faso. Give him next 5 years. That place will be a destination for the whole Africans. People will be going there to see things. That is leadership. Yeah, that is leadership. Once you are leading well, the whole country will love you. Let me just tell you the truth. Once you are ruling well, you are leading well, the whole country will love you. It's natural. These people they don't know the kind of shame that is upon the West. Not just America. You are seeing America major talking, but it is the West. They are angry. How can this man be surviving without democracy? What are we going to tell Nigerians who have democracy but they are in abject poverty? They are not developing. The debt they are owing is increasing every day. How can we talk to Ghana? How can we talk to Congo? How can we talk to all these Gambia countries suffering that democracy is the best form of government when Ibrahim Traoré is succeeding? There is a big problem coming. But now, let me tell you something. Ibrahim Traoré learned from what happened to Gaddafi. Yeah. Ibrahim Traoré learned from what happened to Gaddafi. Gaddafi was a strong man. He was doing extremely well in Libya. When I arrived in Libya, that time Gaddafi has died, okay? They have killed him about 5 years before I came to Libya to work. But as at that time, Libya was striving without government. That time it was better than Nigeria without Gaddafi. Talk less of when Gaddafi was there. So all this propaganda the West want to push, it will never work again. Now, let me tell you why I said Ibrahim Traoré learned from Gaddafi's mistake. What is Gaddafi's mistake? Gaddafi is a strong man who believed that he can handle every pressure that comes to him. He was doing nuclear weapon. They stopped him from doing it. He succumbed. He thought it's not necessary. Okay, let me stop it. He never knew that the only thing that was making them to be afraid was the nuclear weapon. Gaddafi was believing that nobody would be able to kill because he's very strong. They incite his people against him. They made him to give up the nuclear weapon. And Gaddafi refused, and he did not build a strong alliance with Russia, with China, with North Korea. Now, that is where Ibrahim Traoré outsmarts Gaddafi because he learned. Now, Traoré always aligned with Russia, with North Korea, with China. You know why? These are the opposition of the West. So the American major, if you watch his speech, he was just referring to Russia. That Russia is having access to Burkina Faso's goods. Now, that is not true. Okay, that is not true. In fact, before I started making this video, I took time to see the background because I'm a kind of person, I don't just jump into making videos. I like to find out one thing or the other. Burkina Faso is not giving anybody their gold for nothing. They sell their gold to Russia. And they are tying roads, they are building companies, they are building homes for the poor, they are doing all sort of things. They are buying AK-47, giving their people, giving their magazines, legalizing it to fight terrorists. That is where you know a country that has light. So gone are those days where people will keep quiet. This man that is talking all these things, the man is in Ivory Coast now. I don't know what he's doing in Ivory Coast, but you know what? His plan is going to fail. Now, I want you to take a listen. A lot of you must have seen this video where this man was, directly or indirectly, I don't know, but he was accusing the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Take a listen.
I can imagine a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that inure to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across, even in Sudan.
But you know what? Gone are those days where this kind of propaganda will work in Africa. Not now in 2025, okay? They can go ahead and go to CNN, use BBC, use all those mainstream media. But thank God for social media. People know what is going on. People know what is going on in Burkina Faso and so on and so forth. So it doesn't matter what they say. The people, as far as the people love him, they will not succeed about it. Anyway, they can listen to Ibrahim Traoré on how he addressed the situation.
Our country has long been in a very complicated system. Most of you who are young like me, we were born into this system. But that's not what can allow Burkina to thrive. Because in this situation, there are only two cases. Either we accept to fight, or we remain slaves forever. I told you once, there are those who are slaves in their minds. They can only serve their master. And those people try every time to manipulate you. You must advise each other. because every situation can be exploited by these enemies of the nation to try to discourage you, to demotivate you. So, you must advise each other and not pay attention to certain remarks, even on some media. Not everyone is obliged to be patriotic. You are the first patriots. You have decided to defend the homeland. There is nothing better than that. Those who want to support you, let them support you. Those who want to discourage you through writings, you must close your ears and move forward. As for those, we will fight them here.